first chapter, cell conclusion. Activity is there here about a vacuole, how to see. What is that here? We need to take a leaf from any succulent plant. That means here aquatic plant or succulent plant you can take, and if we need to make a cross section of the plant. For example, cactus plant is there. Cactus plant have you seen? So like this it will be there. So spines will be there, cactus. So we can develop, we can see everywhere here. And this plant, a small plant we need to take, and a leaf we need to separate here. That only I will draw here. So like this it will be there. Succulent plant, spines will be there, and that we need to take a small portion, and that small portion we need to take in a small watch glass. Watch glass will be there in the laboratory, and after that with the this we need to add a small portion here. Leaf we need to cut and place in the water like thing here. How it will be there means here, a watch glass will be like this, a small cup, and here we need to put the small fraction. After that a solution will be there, orange color. It is called as safranin. In ninth class textbook it is clearly given about safranin. That only we need to add solution here, which will give the color for that, for this. And after that we need to observe under microscope. So after observing microscope we can see that vacuoles we can observe in the cells. So how vacuoles will be there? Like this bubble like structure will be there in the microscope. So this vacuoles are why these vacuoles are important means here, these are having very larger areas here in the cell. Within the cell larger vacuoles will be there here. In this fluid is filled here, like water like filled here. And these in animal cells vacuoles are very small and sometimes absent, maximum absent here. If it is present means they are very small, but in plant it is very larger, even sometimes larger than the nucleus also to say. And again in a very mature plant like a mango tree it is there means here we can see very bigger vacuoles here. Due to that only, if we just make a leaf bed, that means if we prepare a bed with the help of leaves, then we can get like a bed like feeling. Why? These vacuoles will help in giving a turgor pressure. It gives a turgor pressure. Due to that turgor pressure, what will happen here, the leaves will maintain the shape, exact shape. For example, if you see a mango leaf, so mango leaf is very tough. Why? Because the toughness is maintained by the presence of these vacuoles. There can be many vacuoles within the cells here. So these will export waste metals from the cell to outside of the plant body. So vacuoles are not only helpful for storing of food materials like oils, carbohydrates, or proteins, lipids, whatever food it is important, they are stored in the vacuoles here. Usually if we say water, if you just crush a leaf, normal leaf, when you pluck on the tree, if you crush that leaf here, water droplets will be coming. So water will be coming. Why? Because vacuoles also will store water. Understood? Then this is about vacuole. So till here activities are completed. Then we discuss whether cells are flat or not, whether cells are flat or circular or cylindrical here, whether they are flat or not we will see here. Usually when cells are seen under microscope, the image will appear like a flat, and a two-dimensional we will occur, we will just see under microscope, and it will give us an idea that all the organelles which are present in the cell are in on one plane. Understood? Or on one player. Here it is there, here it is there. That means I will rub this one. Here it is there, here it is there. So like that we will see under microscope. So in fact, to see that these are not present on the single plate, they are present three dimensionally. That means here if you take a fruit jam and you throw balls, steel balls, so how they scattered here and there, if you see sidewise, they will appear all are present on the one area. But if you see from upper region, one will be near, one will be far, like that will be same. Like that here our cells also will be cell organelles also situated in different areas also, and their length, breadth, thickness, they also will be differed. They also will have the same thing here. Since we cannot see thickness of the cells here under microscope, but we tended to think that these are flat objects. But however here if we see under microscope, flat will be there, but it will be three dimensionally. And there are very easy ways to observe the thickness of the cells. The easiest method, the very easiest method is that slightly change the focus while weaving a plant cell, and we need to see the cell wall. So first cell wall will be observed if we focus. After that we will be getting cytoplasm. After that nucleus. After that Golgi complex. Like that, slowly if we are able to change our focal length of that, then we can see here. You can see the 3D dimensional of the images. This is the 3D dimension of the image. This is the 3D dimension of the image. So due to this 3D dimensional images here, we can see the thickness of wall, and again how they are light density or how they are high density. That means how much thickness the cell wall is there for the plant cell or animal cell, and each cell thus requires its shape, ability, and create different types of parts to make its functional cell. So in fact, where do these all cells will have come from? To discuss that, a basic knowledge is needed here. So many years before, observations has been made here. It was very clear from 1838 to 39. There are two scientists are there here. They given a theory called as cell theory to explain that. So these two scientists are called as here Matthias Jacob Schilden. This is one person, and one more person is that Theodore Schwann. In short, we will call Schilden and Schwann. In short, you can write in your exams Schilden and Schwann. So who are they here? This person has lived from 1804 to 1881. This person has lived from 1810 to 1882. And these two persons, that means Schilden was a botanist. That means he will deal with a plant. But Schilden was a botanist. But Schwann was a zoologist. He was a zoologist. This person dealt with plants. This person will deal with animals in that period. Then while doing the research, what happened here, they recorded that it should be maintained. Quite few scientists had recognized that cells were present in living organisms and were expressing in their own ways. However, Schilden and Schwann were the first to claim this cells have come from some theory here. So they said that here to say cells are the first in plant and animal kingdom. Cells have come from first from plant and animal kingdom, that is for sure, which was given by these two scientists here. And to say that from their observations and coming up with a theory was applicable to all living organisms even now also. So they given one cell theory here that was accepted even in 2020 and thereon also. And this cell theory goes to them like that, and the full credit will goes to Schilden and Schwann only. Why? Because they only given that cell theory. And after a gap of 200 years later, Robert Hooke first observed about this cell theory, but it was not proposed by this Robert Hooke. Even though Robert Hooke knows very well, but he could not succeed well. But in 18th century only, these two scientists, Schilden and Schwann, given a good cell theory. So what is that here? A cell theory first. Schilden and Schwann, the Schilden and Schwann together postulated one theory called as cell theory here. But how new cells were formed was that means these people given two cell theories, and one person called as Rudolf Karl Virchow. This person given one theory. Total it is having three cell theories. So cell theories are how many here? Three. You need to remember cell theories are three. So these three persons hard work till the 1855 till 1855 has explained about the new cells could be formed from. So what are the cell theories here? Here we can see. First one, all organisms are made up of one or more cells. Yes, if it is a bacterium cell, it is made up of one cell. If it is animal, they are made up of more than one cell. If it is a plant cell, it is made up of more than one cell. First theory is accepted here. Yes, there are unicellular organisms are there, multicellular organisms are there. Next one, all cells have come from pre-existing cells. This is also true. For example, if you got injury for your hand, then eye cannot be developed here. Why? Because here hand got injury means here those region cells only will produce again or replace the cells here. For example, while you are playing with the blade, small strike occurred and blade was formed out. After 10 days, you can see that new cells will form on the finger. That means here the cells where they are lost will be formed from the same region only. Understood? For example, if you lost a teeth, new eye cannot be developed there. Why? Because teeth will give another new teeth only. Understood? Broken means we cannot do anything. Only two types of teeth are there: milk teeth and permanent teeth. Milk teeth has gone means permanent teeth will be coming. Permanent teeth goals means we cannot get again natural teeth. Again, we need to get from hospitals only artificial teeth. So second one also accepted here. New cells will be formed. All new cells will come from the pre-existing cells only. Very good. And next third one, this is given by Rudolf Virchow, and the cell is the basic unit of structure and organization that performs a life functions here. So that means here the cell is the basic structure for every organism, and it has nucleus also. Every living cell will have a nucleus also, was said by these three scientists. You need to remember the Sheldon and Schwamm, what they have done in the field of biology.